Okay, so vendor take-back mortgage. This is an important concept for all three courses of fundamentals of real estate, residential real estate, as well as the mortgage brokerage course. Vendor take-back mortgage is when seller is providing financing for the purchase of the property. So generally, we see vendor take-back mortgages either in commercial, they're quite popular in commercial real estate, in a commercial transaction, or when the market is slow and it's a buyer's market. So basically, sellers have a harder time selling their properties. And to incentivize somebody to purchase the property, they may be offering a vendor take back mortgage. So that means that the seller will provide the financing. So sometimes seller will provide the entire mortgage for the buyer to buy the property, or other times it can be a portion of the mortgage. So basically, in the vendor take back mortgage, when a buyer purchases the property title will get transferred to the buyer. There will be a purchase contract, just like normal, but the seller will hold the mortgage. So instead of the buyer going and getting mortgage from the bank, now seller will be providing that mortgage to the buyer, and the buyer will be making payments to the seller. So usually this type of mortgage is usually for a short period of time. This is not a 30-year mortgage. This will be for maybe a few months. It could be for a year or two. And then the mortgage will get transferred to the buyer. Then buyer will have to pay out the seller and get their own mortgage. So that's called the vendor take back mortgage. Now, there is something similar known as agreement for sale. The difference here is in agreement for sale, the seller is still providing the financing or the mortgage for the buyer, but the title does not transfer to the buyer at the time of the sale. So the title will transfer to the buyer once the mortgage has been paid out to the seller, right? So once seller has been paid all the money, then the title will transfer for the property will transfer to the buyer. Otherwise, it won't. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. But both agreement for sale and vendor take back mortgage, in both cases, seller is providing the financing. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And if you have any follow up questions, please put them in here.